Hi friends, welcome back to Learning Guide 1. This is the 8th class of English grammar series with error correction. In this series, we will learn about 100 plus grammar rules. So, if you want to learn all the rules and become strong in English grammar and error correction, just subscribe my channel and keep in touch and watch all the videos from first class, that is noun. Today, we will learn about error correction related to verb and subject verb agreement. So let's start. But before this, you must watch part 1 of verb. This is part 2. Okay, let's start. Subject verb agreement. Here we will learn about the uses of various forms of verbs. We have already known that singular person or things, that is singular noun, take is, and plural noun take are. And if it is third person and singular number, then it takes s with it, s or es. Okay, if it is third person and it is single third person singular number and it must be in simple present tense, then it takes s or es. But plural don't take s or es. And the funny thing is that the plural noun take s. Plural noun take s. But here we can see that singular noun take s with verbs if it is third person singular number. If we draw a line here, in the left side we can see that all the nouns are singular nouns and the verbs used here underlined here, all the verbs are only used for singular nouns. For understanding, we will call these verbs as singular verbs. Okay, and in the right side these verbs are used only for plural noun, so we will call these verbs as plural verbs. Okay, plural verbs. And the funny thing is that plural noun take s, but singular verbs take s with them. Singular verb take s with them, take s or es. Okay, so the left side sorry so the left side are used only for one person and right side are used only for many person. Okay, single person we use has, and for plural person or things we use have. Okay, but notice that I and you break all the rules. For single person take is. For single person take is, but I take am. And you can be used both as singular and plural, but take only are. Here both I and you take have. Okay, so this side is for single person, and this side is for plural person, plural noun. And it takes has, it takes have, it takes singular verbs, it takes plural verbs. In during the class, whenever I will say singular verbs, you must remember these verbs. Okay, only third person singular number, third person and singular number take s or es with the verbs in simple present tense. Simple present tense. Simple present tense. Okay, next. Error correction tricks. Now we learn about various tricks and rules for error correction. Rule number 1. Each, either, neither, everybody, nobody, someone, etc. always takes singular verb. For example, everyone know his character. Here, no, here, here, no is wrong. Okay, because it is not, it will be knows. Okay, because it always takes singular verbs. Each student will be gets. Nobody knows. Everyone also takes singular verb, so it will be is, not are. Okay, this sentence are wrong. And this sentence are right. Okay, next. Rule number 2. Sometimes we find that two clause, a main clause and sub clause forms a sentence. In that case, if main clause is in past tense, then sub clause will be in past tense. Look at the example. Here it is wrong because it is present tense while it is past tense. Okay, so it will be walked. But here some exception. If main clause is in past tense, then sub clause can be in present tense. Why? Look at the example. Told is in past tense, but moves is in present tense. What is the rule then? Here is the rule. If in a sentence two or more clause or subs, two or more clause present, sorry, wrong, something missing here. If in a sentence two or more clause is present, then the subordinate clause will be in past tense if the main clause is in past tense. But subordinate clause can be used in present tense if it speaks about an universal truth. Here you can see that it is an universal truth. So it can be written in present tense. If the subordinate clause is universal truth, then it will be in present tense. Otherwise, it will be past tense if main clause is past. Okay. Next. Rule number 3. The verb will be in past form if any reference of past signs like yesterday, previous day, last night, in any previous year, etc. Here, I have bought this mobile is wrong. It will be bought because past year 2019 or any past year. If there is reference of any past year like 1990, it will be simple past tense. Let's see other examples. Here we can see that last night, here is a past reference, so it will be came instead of has come. Okay. Next, rule number 4. Present perfect continuous tense is used when an action started in past time but still continuing in present time. Look at the example. It will be has reading because it started 3 hours before. But present continuous tense is used when an action started in present time and still continuing. Look at the example. it will be he is reading, not has reading. Here is the present reference, and it started in present time and still continuing. And how can you recognize the difference? Here is the signs. If you find these words, then it will be perfect continuous tense. Present perfect continuous tense. Here is that for. Okay, but in the second sentence, it is not. If you find these words, then it will be in present perfect tense. And any reference of time period with this, it will be present perfect time tense. Okay. Next, rule number 5. When we find two past action in a single sentence, then earlier action will be in present perfect tense. Yes, sign had plus V3, and the latter will be simple present tense, that is V2, or simple past. Look at the example. The train left the station before I reached. Here, one action is done before other action. So the earlier action will be past perfect tense and later action will be in simple past. V2 had plus V3. Okay. Next, here are some other examples. Next, rule number 6. BR infinitive is used after modal auxiliary. BR infinitive means do not take to before the verb. Here are some examples. Notice the to write, to go, to eat. These are examples of infinitives. But if a modal auxiliary is presented before it, then they don't take to. So it don't take to. It will be BR infinitive. Okay. Rule number 7. Next, rule number 7. Every participle must have a subject of reference. If you want to know about infinitives, participle, you must watch the part 1 of verb. This is part 2. Okay. Look at the example. Here, it need being is a participle, but it needs a subject of reference. So it is wrong. Here, we must need it, a subject. Okay, a subject we must need. But here is an exception. If the participle like concerning, referring, considering, judging, regarding, viewing, etc. present, then it don't take any subject. Here, notice that here it don't need it, a subject. Okay, these words don't take subject as a reference before it. Okay, next, rule number 8. If in a sentence we find rather than, then it takes the base form of the verbs. Again, the BR infinitives. Don't take to. To is wrong here. After, rather, and then, it always takes base form. Okay. Look at the examples. It is wrong. It is also wrong. They all will be in base form. Okay, like this. Next, rule number 9. The sentence starts with neither, either, each, one of the etc. takes singular verbs. Here, notice the example. It takes singular verbs, like, so it will be likes, third person singular number, so they take s. Okay. Next, rule number 10. If in a sentence a lot of, lots of, plenty of, a great deal of, a great many, etc. are followed by a countable noun, then it takes singular verbs. But if followed by a uncountable noun, then it takes plural verb. Here is the formula. Notice that here a lot of or lots of and countable noun, then it takes singular verb. A lot of, lots of, and uncountable noun, then it takes plural verb. Look at the example. People is countable, so it takes plural verb. Water is uncountable, so it takes singular verb. Okay, there are other examples. Next, rule number 11. When speaking about a unit of distance, amount, or time period that can be considered as a single unit, though they are plural in form, but they are originally a singular unit, then they always take singular verbs. Examples. Here you can find that 10 miles as yes, but it takes is, a singular verb, singular verbs. 10 minutes, $10. Why? That's the explanation. Here 10 miles means the distance of 10 miles. So the distance is singular, so it takes is as singular verbs. These are also similar to it. The time period of 10 miles, the amount of $10, so they take singular verbs because they can be considered as singular unit. Because they can be considered as singular unit. They are all singular unit. 10 rupees, $10, 10 miles, 10 minutes, 5 minutes, $5, 5 rupees. They are all singular. Okay. Rule number 12. The words like bead, notice, make, see, behold, watch, rate, feel, hear, etc. they always take BR infinitives after them. Look at the example. Here, to go is wrong. To play is wrong. They will be BR infinitive. BR infinitive means without to. Okay. To go, to play, they are infinitives. But after make, see, behold, watch, notice, let, etc. Yeah, you can find let, see, watch. So after these words, they always takes. So after these words, they always takes BR infinitive. Okay, so 2 is wrong here. Look at the last two example. There are two options. This is ing form. This is base form. Here, I saw him play football. I saw him play football means I saw him. I saw complete action. I saw complete action. Okay, but here I saw playing football means I saw a part of the action. Here it means when he was playing, I saw a part of it. But it means I saw the complete action. Means I saw the full game. Full game. Here he watched you do the exercise. Means he watched you doing the full exercise. But here he watched you doing the exercise means he watched you a part of it. He watched when you were exercising, he saw a part of it. Okay, but it is full. Hope you can understand. Here you must notice that make takes BR infinitives. But if it is passive form, then it take infinitives too. Okay, here is the example. Here made passive form, so it take two. Here make passive form, so it take two. These are also examples. These two examples where we can use, these are two examples where we can use two after make, because make here is in passive form, made. Next, rule number 13. Two modal auxiliary cannot be used side by side. For example, here should can. Both are modal auxiliary, so they cannot be used side by side. We can use only one. Okay. Here are some other examples. Should, might. This is wrong. It will be should. You must remember that a sequence of two modal verbs or double modal cannot be used in standard English, but they can be used in some dialects, especially in southern US English and large parts of Scotland, England, New York City, etc. According to the Yale Grammatical Diversity Project, double modals are found in the areas that span from Florida to West Texas and going north to southern Pennsylvania and New Jersey. It can be used in other dialects of British English and other languages, but in standard English it is wrong. Okay, and all the rules I have said are used for standard English. In many dialects of English, and you must remember that there are hundreds plus dialects of English, like Bengali language, and in that language, these rules can be or cannot be followed. Don't matter. But in standard English, all the rules must be followed. Next, rule number 14. Here are some other example. Ramesh and I. A plural subject, so it will be where. Both you and I. Normally, I take am, but here it means plural subject, so it take are. Next, two and two plural subject, so it take plural verb make. Next, but 4 times 4 is singular subject. 2 4, if I said 4 and 4, then it will be plural subject. But if I say 4 times 4, then it will be singular subject. So it takes singular verb. Okay. Next, there are many other rules of error corrections. If you want to learn all the, please support me by subscribing my channel. So today is enough. Thank you.